Virtuoso shots, brilliant combinations, unpredictable play. Football is full of amazing moments. But what makes the game so exciting? It's the random goals that come at the most unexpected moments of the game. Friends, in this video, we are going to dive into the world of football's randomness and talk about goals that should not be there, or the most random goals in football. On the 16th September 2018, Cristiano Ronaldo scored his first goal for Juventus in a match against Sassuolo. What few people know is that it was one of the easiest goals of Chris' career. Leonardo Bonucci hit a shot over himself and then a freeze frame. What should defender Gianmarco Ferrari do? The easiest option is to do nothing. Cover him with his body and let him pass out of the box. After all, you can see the ball flying past the goal. Now look what Ferrari did. He made a bizarre cutback towards goal, and the ball miraculously hit the crossbar. But the rebound bounced to the side of Cristiano Ronaldo, and all the Portuguese had to do was kick it into the empty net from a meter out. The Sassuolo goalkeeper lost his position due to his defender's actions and was in the right place at the right time is the best explanation for his debut goal for Juventus. However, Ronaldo scored his second on 15 minutes to complete the double, and there was no question of luck involved in the second goal. I ask you to like this video and also answer in the comments if you think it is possible to celebrate goals that fly in by accident or players should behave calmly after such goals. Write in the comments. It is interesting to know your opinion. Well, let's start with an incredibly absurd episode that happened in the Algerian Cup in 2013. A player for MK Algeria failed to hit the ball properly and it flew out of bounds. Now take a look at what happened next. The ball bounced off the pitch in the opposite direction. One of the home team's players took advantage and shot at an empty net, only for the defender to clear the ball off the line. And then striker Haj Bouk poked the ball into the net. But you have to admit, this is something out of the realm of fantasy. Imagine if it had happened in the Champions League final. At first, I thought it was a hole in the pitch, but close replays show that the grass is fine. The ball's spin and the angle at which it landed must have played a part in the incident, although the poor quality of the video makes it impossible to see the incident in detail. Incidentally, for some reason, the game was restarted just 5 minutes after the goal. The cameraman played endless replays while the players were still standing near the center circle. So we cannot rule out the possibility that the poor quality of the pitch was to blame. And during those 5 minutes, the stadium staff were actually fixing something on the pitch. Let's move on to the French Championship, where Reims's Nathaniel Mboukou scored an amusing goal against Bordeaux in 2021. The Reims player hit the ball hard from outside the box, and the ball flew slightly sideways, but Nathaniel was standing in the way. Or rather, the head of the French striker. The ball struck the Reims man on the forehead and bounced so perfectly that it found the bottom corner of the Bordeaux goal. The goalkeeper was too distracted to do anything about it, and the blow was a powerful one. Our hero immediately fell to the ground and landed on the 5th spot. But as soon as he got up, he began to celebrate his success, not forgetting to gesture to the part of his head where the ball had gone in. A second later, his expression changed and he appeared to be in pain, but the burning sensation seemed to have arrived a little late. As they say, a goal must be scored at all costs. In September 2017, Liverpool and Sevilla met in the first leg of the Champions League group stage, and it was a match to be remembered, at least for the fact that it was in this game that Mohamed Salah scored the most fortuitous goal of his career. The Egyptian first stole the ball from a Sevilla defender, and then unleashed a long-range shot that was low, with the goalkeeper already diving to his right to make the save. But suddenly the ball hit the foot of defender Simon Kjaer, rose up and flew calmly towards the Sevilla goal, over the keeper, and into the visitor's net. What a sad sight to see goalkeeper Sergio Rico. He put his hand up in desperation as he realized he had no chance of making a save. It's more like a scene from a Kjaer. But no, it was Mohamed Salah who was credited with the goal in the match report and on the official UEFA website. And all because the ball flew into the goalpost after the Egyptian strike. And according to the rules of football, a player who scores in his own goal is credited. Let's fly to Serbia, where a few weeks ago, Radnik Borsa's Dronjic, who was on the flank, sent a routine cross into the penalty area. What happened next is difficult to explain. The defender left the ball in the goalkeeper's path, and the goalkeeper, not knowing what was happening, just watched as the ball went into the net. And while the goalkeeper was watching, the ball calmly went into the net, not forgetting to hit the turf and then the crossbar. In the process, Borka Dronjic became the unlikely author of a strange and rather hilarious goal. The goalkeeper and the defender of the opposing team could only look at each other and spread their hands. The new MLS season kicked off a few weeks ago, and in the third-round match between Inter Miami and Orlando, there was a hilarious episode involving Leo Messi. Jordi Alba made a good run towards the Orlando goal, rolled the ball to Luis Suarez, and the Uruguayan sent a back pass to Alba. The Spaniard beat the goalkeeper with elegance and looked set to score, but an Orlando defender knocked the ball off the line at the last moment. And then the circus began. Everyone ran to one side or the other. The goal almost fell, and Leo Messi took the ball lightly with his chest. The funny thing is that the ball ended up in the net of the opposing goal. But look at this. Lionel didn't even shoot. He tried to handle the ball, but instead of saving the goal, the Orlando defender started to pull at Leo's shirt. As a result, Messi didn't even have to touch the ball into the empty net. I think even Lionel was shocked by the actions of the Orlando players, who did everything but save their own goal. Moving on to a random masterpiece seen in an APL game in 2017. Tottenham's Serge Aurier was about to cross to Kane in the box, but a Brighton player pushed Serge at the last moment, and instead of flying towards Kane, the ball flew straight towards Brighton's goal, and eventually went over the keeper's head and into the goal's net. And yes, you could say that goal was on the conscience of striker Jose Isker, whose foul was responsible for Aurier's goal being disallowed. Incidentally, the linesman even recorded a foul in the episode by raising his flag immediately after Serge's shot. Fortunately, the referee did not blow his whistle too early. Had he blown his whistle while the ball was in flight, the goal would not have counted according to the rules. An accidental goal from 70 meters out. Yes, I'm not exaggerating. This extraordinary situation happened in 2014 in one of Italy's lower leagues. Domenico Champollion was simply trying to win an argument with his opponent, but it turned out that the opponent had kicked the ball first, and it hit him either on the shin or the ankle, and then, with some frantic speed, ran straight towards the opposing team's goal. In just 3 seconds, the ball flew about 70 meters into the opposition net, and it was hard to blame the players. The missed kicker tried to get to the ball first. The goalkeeper stepped back, and it was all down to the incredible luck of Dominique de Champollion. And here is a similar story. This time, however, it happened in the top flight in England, not the amateur league. It happened in 2010, during a match between Sunderland and Arsenal. Rio's brother Ferdinand tried to kick the ball as far away from the goal as possible, but the problem was that the ball went straight into the boot of Cesc Fabregas, who then ran at full speed into the Sunderland goal. As a result, the ball took a magnificent arc and flew over the goalkeeper's head. It landed squarely in the net of the home goal. Well, Fabregas became the author of the most fortuitous goal of his career, for nothing like it has ever happened before or since. All Ferdinand had to do was hold his head in amazement, as he could scarcely have imagined that an ordinary takeaway would turn into a goal for his team in just 2 seconds. In December 2020, Bukayo Saka scored the goal that was voted the best in the APL at the end of the month. The funny thing is that Bukayo did not score the goal himself in this episode. The Englishman latched onto a pass on the edge of the penalty area, and with an out-of-form foot, unleashed an unbelievable masterpiece that ricocheted off the crossbar and into the Chelsea net, leaving Edouard Mendy staring at the ball until it found the back of the net. Well, it's a great goal, and deservedly the best goal of December in the APL. However, there are doubts about the intention of the goal. Usually, in such cases, players say they got a bit lucky, but here's Saka claiming he scored on purpose. I saw Mendy coming out of the goal a bit, and I thought I could score, Bukayo said after the game. Chelsea fans immediately accused Saka of lying, and were convinced that the Englishman had, as they say in football, scored stupidly. Chelsea player Ben Chilwell also didn't think Saka had scored on purpose. After the game, he was asked about his teammate's goal. Well, Ben said straight away, "No, he was just pointing, not scoring. He told me that himself." And indeed, after the game, you could see Ben and Bukayo talking about something. Friends, If you have watched the video so far, you probably liked it, so I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. This will help promote the channel and you will be the first to receive notifications. I'm going to say goodbye and suggest you watch the videos that will appear on your screen in a few seconds.